Good evening, everyone. That works. My name is Shannon Mathis, and I serve as Assistant Dean for Campus Life. And I would like everyone, if you are able, to please stand as we welcome our graduates. Y'all can clap too. You all can please be seated. Now here's a quick housekeeping item that I forgot to mention in our last ceremony. Please make sure y'all silence your cellular devices. And also, we have a lot of you all here today, which let's give it up for everybody that has come to participate in this amazing ceremony. We don't want anybody standing because we know that you don't have to stand. We're all family here, right? No, we're not family? As stated before, my name is Shri Shannon Mathis, and I serve as Assistant Dean for Campus Life, and I want to welcome you all to our ceremony this afternoon. And we know that you all have been here, and it's been a journey, so with that, we're going to start our ceremony. So our first speaker is Miss Cristela.
Hi. Can everyone hear me okay? I'm not good at talking into microphones. So I'm going to deliver this in English and Spanish, and my mom's watching the live supposedly, so I want to give her a shout out because she really helped me. I've been living in Albion on and off since 2015, so my Spanish is kind of gone low, so just be patient with me. So good evening, everyone. It's my honor to welcome you to the 2024 La Cosecha ceremony, where we honor our Latina students, Latinx students who have worked tremendously hard for the past few years to earn their degree from Albion. This ceremony means a lot to me personally as a 2019 graduate who was unable to have something like this, like a cultural celebration. However, I've had the great pleasure of working with several of the students before me here today, and I can tell you without a doubt that they are what inspire me to continue my work supporting our students. Many of these students are first generation, have siblings that look up to them, parents who support and cherish them, and now a bigger second family they have built here on campus, including me. And as a child of immigrants myself, I want to tell you to focus on yourself too. There is a lot of pressure to lead by example, prioritize school above everything, and sometimes that comes at a cost. Today and tomorrow are days to focus on celebrating you, so please do that. Take lots of photos, take pride in this huge achievement, take care of yourself, and do what makes you happy, which can take a little bit of time to figure out, but something I'm figuring out too. Be patient and graceful with yourselves. You're joining a line of amazing alumni and setting the path for many more to come after you. So congratulations, class of 2024. Buenas tardes a todos. Es un honor para mí darles la bienvenida a la ceremonia de Cosecha 2024, donde honramos a nuestros estudiantes latinos que han trabajado muy duro durante los últimos años para obtener su título de Albion College. Esta ceremonia significa mucho para mí personalmente como graduada de 2019 que no pudo tener una celebración cultural como esta. Sin embargo, he tenido el gran placer de trabajar con varias de las estudiantes que me precedieron hoy aquí y puedo decirles sin lugar a dudas que son los que me inspiran a continuar mi trabajo apoyando a nuestros estudiantes. Muchos de estos estudiantes son de primera generación, tienen hermanos que los admiran, padres que los apoyan y aprecian y ahora han construido una segunda familia más grande aquí en el campus. Mi mensaje para ti, queridos graduados. Como hija de padres inmigrantes, quiero decirte que también te concentres en ti mismo. Hay mucha presión para predicar con el ejemplo, priorizar la escuela por encima de todo, y a veces eso tiene un costo. Hoy y mañana son días para concentrarte en celebrarte a ti. Así que por favor haz eso. Toma muchas fotos, siéntete orgulloso de este gran logro. Cuídate y haz lo que te haga feliz, algo que puede llevar un poco de tiempo descubrir. Sé pacientes y amables con nosotros mismos. Te estás uniendo una línea de ex alumnos increíbles y estás sentando las bases para que muchos más te sucedan. So, felicidades, class of 2024, and it's my pleasure to congratulate you on this amazing achievement. Thank you.
Buenas tardes a todos. Soy Karina Elizabeth Muñoz, la presidenta de la organización Cosecha Latina. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Karina Muñoz. I'm the president of the Organization for Latinx Awareness here on campus. Ladies and gentlemen, faculty and fellow students, today I stand before you to talk about La Cosecha, or the harvest, and the significance of our fruits of labors within the Hispanic community as we strive for a higher education. La Cosecha is the time of the year where we harvest what has been sowed and enjoy the fruits of our labors. Comparably, in our quest for education, it's a representative of our fruition of our hardships, our families' hopes, and our community's ambitions to have, as we work hard to have influence on society today. 4 years ago, we embarked on a journey unlike no other. At the time, it seemed like the world was bursting into flames as we were walking across a stage on a screen. When I first arrived to Albion, I was ready to go home. My father, who's in the crowd, brought me to Albion from Dallas, Texas. He told me a similar tale of what his father told him after dropping him off in August at Texas A&M College all those years ago. Something along the lines of, "I better not see you home before December and give me your house keys." Oddly enough, we were sent home in November, but I left Michigan with an interesting taste of what Albion had to offer already. Amazing professors, but a trashy campus life. We lacked general diversity, but our community was just beginning to flourish. In my second semester of Albion, I met Jose Luis Garza, who's watching the live stream right now, who at the time was the president of OLA, and we both wanted a change. With the growing Hispanic population, it was time for change. That semester, I was elected vice president of OLA, and I've been on the board ever since. As a freshman, I was determined to find a space on campus to keep our culture alive. The club provides a safe haven where students can meet people with comparable experiences and histories. This was essential for me and many students as the club offered a feeling of family and community away from home, which is why I would like to take a moment to thank the people that allowed these events to happen, such as Cherie Shannon Mathis, Christina Crawford, and the entire office of Campus Life. Despite a small campus Albion has, we've still managed to grow our Hispanic population from 11% in 2020 to almost 20% in 2024. I truly believe that it's because of these organizations such as OLA that give students a place to be seen on campus. I understand that everything that I say comes from a place of privilege, as I do not live the day-to-day life as many of my fellow peers. However, let us keep in mind the significance of our presence at Albion as we embark on the next adventure in our lives. We are more than just students. We are essential members of our community, embodiments of our culture, and defenders of our people. Our success here is a result of many generations of La Cosecha, not just our own. For the benefit of the upcoming generations of the Hispanic student body, let us continue to tend to the seeds that have sowed before us and enjoy the fruits of our labor and begin to plant new ones. Our path involves more than just earning a degree. It involves also speaking up, telling our stories, and making sure that our efforts are seen and appreciated. At this moment, I would like to thank my small but mighty family that is supporting me in the crowd right now, my friends who are out there in the back for helping me with OLA throughout the entire 4 years that I've been at Albion, and thank you to our community for coming together. Especially thank you to the families that have traveled hundreds, if not thousands of miles to watch their loved ones walk across the stage officially. Thank you to the staff and the professors who have supported us both in and outside of the classroom. And especially, congratulations to the first generation Latinos who are in this room, who have paved the way not only for their families, but for future generations to come. And a special congratulations to the Latinas in the room who beat the odds, and this year we are the largest graduating minority class at Albion College. So today and tomorrow, let us remember why we planted our seeds here at Albion and harvest the fruits of our labors over the last 4 years. Gracias a todos. Felicidades.
Thank you so much, Karina. So, I want you all to know this band was recommended to me, and we went and they came from Lansing, Michigan today. And this is a part of the ceremony. I missed this in y'all's speech before y'all came out here, but this is your ceremony. So when they play, if you want to get up and dance, if you want to stand up, if you want to clap, this is your dance floor. We tried a different format. And some of you all that are standing up, like I said, y'all come sit in these seats. We all family today. But this is your time to enjoy your graduation because this is your graduation. So, with that, I would like to welcome Orchestra Ratimo.
Thank you. Hello, Check, check. Is that okay? Can you guys hear me out there? Yeah. All right, good.
Se fundan en una sola, tu alma y la mía.
No es el condado estoy. Yo otra vez te quiero decir que nuestra vida será muy buena. Hoy amamos en tu gana, vamos a gozar esta noche entera. Yo contigo, que bien, yo que ese condado estoy. Y así volver a decir que se funda tu amor en la vida. Un abrazo, un idiota.
Let's give it up for the band, you all. And thank you all for indulging me in that dance.
I'm Mateo Diaz, and this is my speech. Ni de aquí, ni de allá. I come from East Side, San Jose, California. I grew up Mexican and Chicano, where just a generation or two, Spanish was prohibited in schools, where whole generations lost the tongue because of ignorance, where the story of fields ranged from Michigan to Texas to California, where college was just a dream, and GEDs were our goals. But my grandparents and parents understood the value of education and knew the fields were just the stepping stone. Today, we are at La Cosecha because those same fields many people hear, see, live, breathe, provide us all food, money, or discipline. Those seeds our grandparents and parents sowed have brought us here, ready for harvest. We started our journey at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, flying, driving, and walking into a new world, Albion College. It started 2 weeks before classes, a long orientation where we slowly but rapidly found our friends. We went to parties and hid from Campo. We went to lunches in the quad, ran down hallways and upstairs listening to norteños, reggaeton, corridos, and so on. We had fire alarms pulled, parties in the quad, petty arguments, COVID scares, building lockdowns, our vitals tracked like our locations, classes in hiatus, Baldian boxes, all with a little CARES Act treating us right. All naive and innocent, we moved into our sophomore year, not knowing what to expect. Where modules were rapid like the new COVID-19 tests, where we got introduced to clubs and organizations outside of a Zoom call, getting on-campus jobs and discovering frat parties. The years went on and we locked in to finish our modes and categories and those pesky major requirements. We saw school presidents make changes for us, use the umbrella house for fun. Many of us welcomed into the Trio family with open arms, and the Cutler Centers support us all with our needs, from a winter coat to little mazapanas and tamarindo candies. No one told us how hard this journey was going to be, but we saw friends we deeply cared for leave for many reasons. But for those of us who stayed, we made a huge impact that will go down in the history books. Our class was the first to bring a Latina sorority on campus, a Hermana band and Sigma Iota Alpha. and the first to bring a historically black fraternity to Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. We showed everyone that our tenacity, hard work, and persistence brought us to this very stage, where many of us are the first in our families to attend and graduate college. I want to thank Charisse, Griselda, Jackie, and Dr. Barrios for giving us examples of people who look like us and or come from communities like ours, a beacon of hope and what people like us can do. Being able to go to the Hispanic Latino statewide graduation ceremony was eye-opening because Michigan opened her arms to us and showed us that they have been working hard for 50 years to see us walk across that stage tomorrow. Just like how the cherry trees blossom and become ready to harvest, we too have blossomed and are ready to harvest. We achieved the things that weren't expected from us, degrees. We proved the statistics wrong. We proved our communities we can do it. But most of all, we proved ourselves that no matter what, we have the strength to persevere. Ni de aquí, ni de allá. Pero we now say we are from Albion College. We are a community of college-educated Hispanics. We have this place, this degree, these memories as our home. As the Catholic Jesuits that raised me said, go forth and set the world on fire. To me, this means that we should continue to be the change we want to see, to be the spark of hope for all other Hispanic kids out there, showing them that they too can accomplish anything. Sí se puede.
Good evening, faculty, staff, families and friends who traveled to be here, and most importantly, graduates. I am so happy to be here. This celebration is very cool and was not here when I was here 10 years ago. So thank you so much for welcoming me back to campus for such a fun occasion. I am incredibly honored to be back here at a place that I hold so dearly. The place that I met my husband and in turn my daughter who are here tonight. The place that I met my closest friends who were my sorority sisters in Alpha Xi Delta. I saw at least one stole, so I have to give them a shout out. And the faculty and staff who have stayed my mentors and biggest cheerleaders since I left campus. I know exactly how exciting this weekend is for all of you as I sat with my graduation cap and gown on almost exactly 10 years ago. I remember being in your shoes, so excited for what was next, so excited to be a real adult and use all of my knowledge that I had packed in during my 4 years of studying psychology and human services. I studied, I interned, I prepared for what was next, and of course I had a little bit of fun here and there. I wanted so badly to make a difference with the degree that I earned here. So I sat right where you will be this weekend with my very expensive degree in hand, with all these hopes and plans for what was next. And I walked across that stage and right into my job at Frosty Dan's on Eaton Street. This was not the way I envisioned my life as a college graduate, and to be, it certainly was not advancing my plans to change the world, though I could make a mean milkshake. A few years later, further studies in a new state at a new institution, a new set of mentors, another service industry job, and I finally figured out what I was supposed to be doing. I now oversee the Victims' Rights Division at the Michigan Department of Attorney General. I walk with victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, homicide, human trafficking, financial crimes, and everything in between in order to ensure their rights are being honored through the process and try and help them manage everything associated with being involved in the criminal justice system, a system that they did not ask to be a part of. As I do this work, day in and day out, I realize how ridiculously lucky I am to be in this position. I get to do a job that I love. I get to go to work every day and know that I am making a real difference in people's lives, and I get to see that difference play out regularly. This was the plan when I graduated 10 years ago, to make a real difference, to change my little piece of the world. Day to day, I get to be involved in legislation, policy, procedures that impact victims of crime on a statewide level. Today, I spent my afternoon at the March in Grand Rapids for missing and murdered Indigenous people, before I begin on Monday a jury trial with multiple domestic violence victims, one of whom is the mother of a missing 8-month-old child from the 1980s. This is my day-to-day career, what I get paid to do, to be there for people, to help people, form relationships with folks whose lives have been irreversibly altered by someone else's decisions. I love this job. So who do I owe my gratitude to? My family that worked so hard to give me every advantage to get here. It is not lost on me that I work in a system that disproportionately impacts folks of color. I, as a Latina woman, have this position of influence at the state's top law enforcement agency. I have the opportunity to change the experience of so many victims, especially those of color. I get to do these things because of the sacrifices that my family made before me. My mother, Victoria Garcia Snyder, class of '89, was a first-generation student. She walked this campus being the first of her family to do so, and now she is the mayor of Albion, the first Latina mayor in history. And she's sitting right over there. If you haven't met her, say hello. She's giving back to the city in which her parents laid down roots. Her parents, Alberto and Augusta Garcia, were migrant workers who had no true organized education past the 5th and 6th grade, respectively. They were children of large families from Brownsville and Harling, Texas, and it was an expectation when you were old enough, you would begin working on the farm and in the fields. Or if you were female, you would take care of your younger siblings while your parents and older siblings were out working, as my grandmother did as a young child herself. My grandparents did not have an easy life. They traveled early in their marriage to states that needed seasonal workers like Washington, California, and Oregon, with one little girl already in tow, before moving to Albion during the large migration for industry employees. English was a second language for my grandparents, but they were a part of a large Latino population that settled here during the 50s and the 60s. My grandparents wanted roots and steady employment. They stayed in Albion to raise their 4 daughters. My grandfather was an original member of the Latin American Club that was established here in Albion, and he physically helped build the structure that is located just outside of town on C Drive North. It's not lost on me that the only reason I am able to stand here today as a proud alum is because my grandparents wanted better for my mother and my aunts. They did not want their own children to go through the same hardships that they did. They wanted better for their children, and they knew that an education and a college degree would provide that opportunity for them. In true Mexican tradition, I carry my grandmother's name, Augusta Garcia, as my middle name. At her funeral, I spoke, and I told her that she could rest easy. I would carry on her name and legacy from here. I can only imagine how proud she is of me and my brother and my sister. Proud that their hard work ethic has been able to transcend to our generation. It is now my responsibility to carry that on to my own children. I am sure that each one of you here carries similar stories of high expectation and family honor that got you here. We are so lucky to have had these sacrifices made for us, and it is now our duty to carry on that legacy and find ways to give back, to help others get opportunities and experiences that our grandparents or parents weren't given when we can. Imposter syndrome is real, and people will question whether or not you belong in these influential positions. Remember me telling you right now that you do belong. You are important, you are qualified, and you belong. Don't let others' questions of your qualifications undermine your own knowledge and expertise. You belong, you've worked hard, and you can do hard things. When I started at the department, most of the positions of power were held by older white men. There was a white male who claimed to do similar work that I do, who upon meeting me for the first time shook my hand and said, "So what is it that you do?" And I said, "Well, I'm a victim advocate." And he said, "So tell me what that is." He didn't even know what that meant. Yet he was in charge of victim services for the department. I was commonly in those days told we can't do things because it's not how it's done. It's never been done, or you're asking for a lot. Fast forward 7 years later and the department has transformed. It is now a department led predominantly by women, including many Black and brown women in positions of power. Now I'm making the decisions on how to best help victims of crime. Change is possible, and pushing for that change does make a difference. Diversity in leadership positions changes cultures. You all get to sit here tonight moving on with your life, new challenges, new experiences, and the opportunity to make others' lives better who look like you. That is what this place has given you. Whatever's next for you, these experiences, the sacrifices you made to get here, the sacrifices your families made to see you here this weekend, to get you past these 4 years, you now get to choose what it looks like to give back, how to say thank you. I am living my ancestors' wildest dreams. A book by Tanisha T. Moore fits this idea perfectly. You did it. Your hard work has paid off. You're a college graduate. And now what comes next, who you impact next, is completely up to you. Congratulations.
Christina, can you bring the serapes? Mayor Vicky, we need you to come up on stage too. Christina. Mayor Vicky, you went the wrong way. You gotta go that way. So to thank both of you all, because we know that you all didn't receive serapes when y'all were graduates, and thank you for being our keynote speaker. You will receive your serape right now. For the last ceremony, but now you're part of the ceremony even more. So if you all can go this way, you're going to help pass out the stones, the serapes. So faculty and staff members, if I ask you all to be a part of this portion, please join us on this side. And graduates, are y'all ready to receive your regalia? You want your serapes? Yeah. All right, then stand up. I'm so very thankful for my colleague, Griselda, that is going to help me, and she's going to say y'all names, because I don't want to mess nobody up. So with that, we'll begin. Graduates, y'all remember the directions, y'all going that way. All right.
Timothy McCann Salinas. J. Javier Joseph. Malena Solis. Caitlin Hernandez. My bad, I gotta slow down. Let's do that again. Caitlin Hernandez. Olivia Martinez. Mónica Rosas. Jonathan Flores. Dana K. Avina. Braylon Padilla. Irving Aviles. Shannon Barba. Emmanuel Fuentes Padilla. Laura Alcaraz. Jasmine Espinosa Ramirez. Vanessa Rojo Mérida. Sandy Montes de Oca. Cintia Ramírez. Juan Pablo López. Delia Nieves. Nayarit Díaz. Kelly Guadarrama. Jesús Amauri Liana Crustitla. Brianna Maria Fitz Avila. Jesse Alejandro Lopez. César David Miranda. Juan Gerardo Rodríguez García. Brandon Andrew Gonzalez Broski. Tania Almanza. Zachary Gonzalez. Karina Muñoz. Guillermo D. Baird. Stephanie Ledesma González. Ociel Omar de la Fuente Tavera. McKenna Mullen. Vanessa Ibarra. Dulce Martínez. Moniqua Hernández. Mateo Díaz.
Por alto está el cielo en el mundo, por hondo que sea el mar profundo, no habrá una barrera en el mundo que tu amor profundo no puede romper. Amor es el pan de la vida, amor es la copa divina, amor es un algo sin nombre que obsesiona al hombre por una mujer. Estoy enamorado contigo y el mundo es testigo de mi frenesí. Por algo que sea el destino, serás para mí, para mí. Por alto es que el cielo y el mundo, por hondo que sea el mar profundo, no habrá una barrera en el mundo que tu amor profundo no pueda romper. No habrá una barrera en el mundo que tu amor profundo no pueda romper. No habrá una barrera en el mundo que tu amor profundo no pueda romper.
I want to thank everyone for coming to our ceremony this evening, and I hope that you all had an amazing time, and it's been an honor to serve with you all for the last 3 years, and thank you all for letting me be a part of your journey. So with that, graduates, please go to the front steps for a group photo, and everyone else, thank you all for coming.